Welcome to Toffee TV. It is the Everton News Daily. Sean Dyche has said that Doucoure will have to do more to earn a new contract at Everton. Doucoure's contract is up in the summer, but he does have, or Everton do have, an option for an extra year. Dyche praised Doucoure so far since he's been in. He said, I've only been here for 4 games. And he's done really well, but you have to do more than just play well in 4 games when I'm your manager. He did go on to talk about the strengths of Doucoure, saying he's been really good in both boxes, affecting that. He's got to do more than that, but he has worked really hard. And talked about, obviously, Doucoure being out the picture under Frank Lampard for whatever reason. There was stories of a fallout between the two. That seemed to be some element of truth in that, given he wasn't really used by the manager. But since Dyche has come in, obviously he's had a clean slate. Sean Dyche did say he was a big fan of Doucoure before he came into Everton. He liked the player. And Doucoure has obviously seen the opportunity to have a clean slate and work hard. And he has done well in general in a 3-man midfield with Amadou Onana and Dyche Garner. So it's up to him. If he continues to do well, then at the end of the season, he wants to give Sean Dyche that decision to make as to whether to extend his stay at Everton. It did look as though the 30-year-old may leave the club in the January transfer window for Fulham, but Frank Lampard was then changed, and Dyche has come in, and Doucoure stayed and has done quite well of late. So hopefully it'll continue, and hopefully he can score some important goals from midfield, which is what we need right now in the predicament we're in. But and if he does that, then he gives the club a decision to make in the summer. Dyche also said no decision has yet been made on players such as Seamus Coleman, Tom Davies, Yerry Mina, Andros Townsend, Andy Lonergan and Asmir Begovic, whose contracts are all up this summer as well. Dyche said a decision on those players was fluid really and will be assessed over the next few months of the season. Yerry Mina has been linked with a move to Italy. Italy. Andros Townsend obviously still recovering from that ACL injury he done a year ago in March. And the others, obviously, we'll have to wait and see what happens with them as well. Sean Dyche did confirm that midfielder James Garner will play for the under-21s this week. He has been out, obviously, for almost 4 months now with a back injury. And Dyche said there is a game this week for the development side, and Garner will be involved in that. And after that, he should be passed as fit and ready to be back involved with the first team. He is a player I think can really help Dyche, give him some options. Obviously, at the weekend, we only had Tom Davies on the bench as a midfield player. Garner did well on loan of Forest last year, prompted Everton to buy him from Manchester United in the summer. We've only seen him, little bits of him really. He came to the club, he wasn't fit, and we've only seen flashes of him as a substitute. And the game he did start against Bournemouth, he was injured. So, I think Dyche should be happy to get him involved and just give himself another option from the bench, or perhaps the opportunity to change that midfield 3 up, which it looks as though we're going to continue using that for the rest of the season. It'll give Garner an opportunity to get in there and give us a different option, certainly from dead balls as well. He done really well for Forest last year with some of his deliveries, so that could help. And he does like a shot as well, which is something I'm always a fan of, players actually shooting at goals to give us a chance of scoring some. And finally, architect Dan Meese has been speaking to the official Everton podcast. He spoke about trying to recreate the Goodison roar, the atmosphere, which obviously a lot of people are concerned about with leaving Goodison. How do we recreate that atmosphere? Because when Goodison is alive and noisy and raucous, it is a very, very difficult place for the opposition to play. And Meese acknowledged that. He said the new stadium is going to feel very intimate and incredibly loud and energetic. That was such a concern because the power of Goodison to the play on the pitch is so important, and I really wanted to make sure we could capture that with the new stadium. We were very conscious of the roof providing more enclosure than what we currently have at Goodison, and the roof itself is pretty consistent. So we've looked at the acoustics of that. I think the fans are going to be very surprised at how loud this building is going to be, and feeling like all the noise is right on top of the pitch. It's a bigger building, but it's not going to feel a lot bigger than Goodison. The good thing is that we already quite a bit bigger than Goodison Park, so there's going to be more rowdy fans. My answers questions on that podcast from supporters. You can listen to it by checking it out on evertonfc.com. That is it for me. Give the video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, and if you want more videos, including daily live videos, become a Toffee TV Premier member. The link is in the description, and the QR code will be on the screen now. Thanks for watching. See you later.